Hello, hello, hello. This is Sambuka, aka Mama Sam, bringing you another entry into the Scapegoat Diaries. And I'm starting off with the scripture today, with a story with the scripture. And it is Proverbs 24:10. If you falter in time of trouble, how small is your strength? Hello. All right. Well, I used to hate that scripture. Absolutely hate it. Because when I first, I've read the Bible several times, but that specific scripture was said over and over again by a Nigerian pastor, that dear pastor friend of mine, who would say it over and over again. And I'd just be like, um, why would he say something like that? Like, why would he say it over and over again? I was living in an abusive marriage at that time, and I thought, Eh, I've gone through so much. What do you mean? How small is your strength? Sometimes you need to falter. And to be quite honest, I never really faltered. I just kept going. And it is kind of like the scapegoat's story. Because to be quite honest, if some of the people who gave us the hell that we went through even went through some of that, you would realize that they're small. You would realize that these people are actually small. I have the privy of being around a small narcissist, and this narcissist was had some challenges in in the apartment that they were living in, and they were just like, oh, all up in arms. And if this happens again, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. And this narcissist was just like beside themselves from this thing that kept happening from various people who had moved into their apartment complex and caused problems. Let's just say it like that. And I think back to when I was living in a shelter and had people who were literally threatening to kill me, and having to rewash clothes from bed bugs and various things over and over again. And I thought she would have just not been able to handle this at all. And yet this person wants to be me. So we have handled stuff that the people who themselves have been giving us this, dishing out this stuff, cannot handle. When you think back to it, realize that in order for them to actually be effective, they had to be in a group. You survived environments that required strength that most people will never see. Every scar from your dysfunction became a badge of courage. Put that in the comments. Every scar from my dysfunction became a badge of courage. Your scars tell a story of endurance, not weakness. There's a quote that, Gary, I can't think of, Vander Chuck. Let me look his name up. Gary V. He usually goes by V, and I like people's last names, so that's why Gary Vaynerchuk said. And it's battle scars are attractive. It shows that you've gone through stuff. Now, some of the stuff that we've gone through is Not something that I want to say that everyone should go through, but our scars tell a story of endurance, not weakness. What hurt us also shaped our depth and awareness. So we are aware now. I know we can be hyper vigilant, but like I said, I'm talking to those who have gone through a level of healing or have chosen that they are going to advance above what has happened to them. So it shaped our depth and awareness, but courage isn't the absence of pain. It's going forward and creating in spite of what we've gone through. It's going on in spite of what we've gone through. It's standing, like I said, in I think it was the last one, on the rubble of the rocks that they threw and saying, I am getting to the top of this mountain. Yes, you threw the rocks. Yes, I do have to heal from the rocks that you threw because you have damaged me. But I'm going to take those rocks that you sent me and I am making a pile and standing on top of it. I asked someone to create a visual for me years ago before I was able to do it. And it's for my poem called Emerging Princess. And it's literally a princess standing on top of rubble. And this was way before I even put the two and two together that I was a scapegoat. So that imagery comes to mind now of this princess standing with her hands raised on top of a pile of rubble. They threw the rocks at you, but we can stand on top of them and proclaim that we have survived and we're thriving. So we didn't just survive, we adapted, we learned, and we kept going. Every scar from our dysfunction became a badge of courage. We are here. We are stronger. We are wiser. Wear those scars, wear those battle scars with pride. Wear them with pride like a badge of honor. They are proof that you are very, very resilient. You didn't just survive, you thrived. You didn't just survive, you thrived. And you may not think that you thrived, but you were here. You went through all of that stuff and you are here. You are here. Every scar from your dysfunction became a badge of courage. So I hope this encouragement was helpful for you. This is Sambuka, aka Mama Sam, reminding you to like, share, push this out to a few people so that it helps the YouTube algorithm start picking up that this is what I'm doing now. And remember the scripture again, if you falter in time of trouble, how small is your strength? You are stronger than the people that sent those rocks to you in the first place. Until tomorrow, sending you acres of love. Salembe.